Is gaming the antidote to the greatest lie ever told? What could it all mean? Oh, hi. Have you ever found yourself lost in thought, pondering life's greatest mysteries, the purpose of it all, the existence of a higher power, and what happens when we depart this world? These are questions that have fascinated thinkers for ages, from philosophers to, well, me and you. Well, I'm not going to answer any of these questions. Not one. Except, well, maybe one of them. I am laser focused on the meaning of life. Is it all about chasing happiness? Could it truly be that simple? Well, hang on, because I have actually uncovered the answer, and you've probably glimpsed it too. But societal norms and self-doubt often keep us from realizing it. There's a massive conspiracy theory, one that operates as a subtle force, one that involves everyone and everything: family, friends, societal norms, even ourselves. So, the big reveal, you ask? Well, I've cracked the code. And I'm telling you right now, this is not an abstract philosophy or any barely tangible thing. It's reality. And I'm here to share the truth with you. So what's the key to life's ultimate riddle? True happiness? Well, stay tuned. It's been right in front of us all along. And I am going to be your guide on this enlightening journey. And at the end of this video, you too will know the truth. Get ready for a revelation. Now let's go on a journey back in time to ancient Greece. Come along with me. We're going to find the answer to this question. Back in ancient Greece, there was this dude named Aristotle. Maybe you've heard of him. He was a thinker. He was a philosopher. In fact, he came from a long line of thinkers. Socrates, well, he was the OG Mac Daddy of thought experiments, thinking and philosophy. In fact, he was so good at it, he would wander around all over ancient Athens and just blow people's minds, blow them right up. He would annoy them in ways they couldn't possibly imagine. He would do things like tell them what they're doing is totally wrong, annoy the hell out of them, and then he would convince them with their logic that he was actually right. In fact, it got so bad, so out of control, that the Athenian government sentenced him to death. Essentially just for being so annoying, because no one could ever beat him in an argument. And when he was gone, the people rejoiced. Yay! Yay! But before Socrates died, he taught another guy, a guy named Plato. Plato, on the other hand, he decided to write down these teachings. That was a good idea. Plato then taught Aristotle. And all of Aristotle's teachings and musings and philosophical thought can be boiled down to this: the purpose of life is to be happy. And to do this, you must be good. For example, if you're a lumberjack, well, be a good lumberjack. What he meant by this was, be good at your job and you'll be happy. That's it. It's that simple. If, for example, you have a burning desire to be a banker, well, hell, go be a banker and be a goddamn good banker. Then you'll be doing an ultimate good. And guess what? You'll be happy. In following this line of thinking, one of Aristotle's students, maybe you've heard of him, Alexander the Great, well, he took him up on this. He thought, well, I want to be a conqueror. I want to be great. I want to build an empire and be one fancy boy. So he did all of this, and he did it well. In fact, he did it great. I bet you Alexander was happy. So back to present day. I'm telling you, the truth is out there. We just can't see it. Like I said, the dark force blocking us to this knowledge, it's led by the Illuminati, and they're keeping it from us. And their vanguard, their first line of defense against this truth, it's you. I did everything right, and from a young age. If you're a millennial, roughly 27 years old to about 42 years old, maybe you did the same. Maybe you will understand what I'm saying. As a kid, you were told to stop wasting your time with video games. They're not real. Go outside and play. School is important. You need to do well. You should study hard. So I did, but of course I kept gaming. When I was a kid, there were games like Warcraft 2, Diablo 1, Diablo 2, GoldenEye, Ocarina of Time. Come on, of course I still played video games. But my mom and dad told me, you need to go get a job, you need to earn money, you need to have friends, you need to meet a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Don't you want to have kids? Don't you want to own a house, have a car, get a mortgage, get yourself a nice little mortgage? So I did all of those things. I fell into the trap that was constructed for me by society, but built by me. And there I stayed, unawares that happiness was right there, right in front of me. What did I really want to do? Well, I'll tell you. I want to be a gamer. But that's impossible, right? Let's be real. Let's get back to reality here. So like I said, I bought into this lie. I went to school, I went to college, I got a degree, I dated, I got married, I got a mortgage, I bought a house, and now I have kids. I bought into the American dream, and I was pursuing, nay, I was living the American dream. Well, not actually the American dream, Canadian, but close enough. But why did I feel so empty? I have a good job, I make enough money to get by, I have a decent house, I have a good wife, lovely kids. We are told to pursue these things right from the get-go, and eventually we believe it. We buy into it. But what's so great about working? Work sucks. Responsibility, a house, it's all a money pit, a time waster. You need to maintain it, it needs to be fixed, it eats up almost all of your money. You need to pay your taxes, you live next door to people, and man, neighbors are so annoying. Next, I had a wife. Yeah, that's great. So is all the nagging. And children. Little tiny versions of yourself, right? So cute. Well, guess what? They cry, they whine, they take up all of your time, they wake you up at night, all night, every night. So why do we do it? I already told you. We are programmed to do it. To exceed, to make something of yourself, to be a functional member of society. On a basic level, we are here to gather resources and ensure our genetic code passes on. And back to what I said earlier, genetically programmed. What? If kids are so annoying, why do we put up with them? Well, we love them unconditionally, and we are programmed to do so. You see, kids, our children, they have a weapon. The most powerful secret weapon of all, their cuteness. Whenever they get into trouble, or cause commotion, or annoy you in a way, all they need to do is look at you and engage their cuteness factor. With one little smile, you'll just melt and you'll go, "Aw, aren't they cute?" All is forgiven. It was all worth it. Children are great. But the achievement of all these things is fleeting. Like little dopamine hits that just keep you going. The real secret to happiness, here it is. Here's what everyone's been waiting for. It's video games. And as we all know, there's no little dopamine hits in video games that keep you going. It's just full-on awesomeness. They say if you love what you do, you won't work a day in your life. Well, that's a lie. Unless, for me, it's gaming. Aristotle already discovered this. How many thousands of years ago? And even though I've denied it my whole life, that I'm a gamer, even hidden it, well, I am a gamer. So, like Aristotle said, if I be a good gamer, I will find happiness. Thanks, Aristotle. Think about it. What were some of your best memories? Actually think about it. Was it your first kiss? Or was it running into Elwyn Forest for the first time? I don't even remember my first kiss. Was it when you went through that massive grind to get to level 60? When you started raiding MC back in 2005? Well, for me it was. I remember I had a biochemistry exam the next day. But I also needed to get enough fire resist gear to fight Ragnaros. It's a real dilemma, right? What was I supposed to do? Should I study? Miss out on Ragnaros? I mean, obviously I got geared up. Got a 49 on my test, but I fought Ragnaros. I did. And at the time it shocked me. I failed an exam? I've never done that. But now, looking back, I only really remember downing Ragnaros. It was all that mattered. Nothing else did. But slowly I fell into that trap set by society. Now I'm a productive member of my community, a tax-paying family man. But I have an emptiness, a hole in my heart. And after searching how to fill that hole with therapy, Buddhism, wondering about spirituality and religion, I just thought back to my happiest moments. And they were all brought to me by Blizzard. And a lot of them happened in Azeroth. So no more. I am throwing off my shackles of oppression, and I am taking a stand. Or a seat, rather. I am going to be a gamer. That is how I will find happiness. I'm Asdul, and I'm a gamer. Please, join me on my gaming journey to find happiness, and maybe you will too. Now, of course everything I just said is absolute and complete nonsense.
Or is it?
Please like and subscribe, or even leave a comment, unless you really, really didn't like this video and never want to see my face again. And actually wish you could get that time back. Actually, in that case, you should like and subscribe, especially if you hated it. Don't they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer? I think they do. Anyway, if you decide to join me in my insane journey, trying to have it all, you will get to see if I completely lose my sanity chasing this impossible dream. Questions will be answered like, is my wife going to divorce me? Are my kids going to learn to hate me? Will I get fired? Will I wind up living behind a public library to use their Wi-Fi in the pursuit of this insane dream of being a gamer and trying to stream? Let's find out. Join me in my next episode. And thanks for watching. As they say in Hardcore WoW, good luck and don't die.